Hey guys, what's going on? John at Dieselman here. Let's talk about reviews real quick and how people write reviews online. Okay, people can write reviews for many different reasons. People can write reviews simply because they don't like somebody. They can write reviews because they're hyper emotional at the time of writing that review, and that might not be how they really feel. They might write a review that was reconciled, but they can't go back and change the review. So you got to be very careful when you read reviews and when you write reviews. A review written by someone is only as good as the person that writes it. And really, how can we take their opinion honestly? I try not to write reviews because that's my opinion about something. I would rather have somebody else find out on their own if something is good or bad. I'm not a specialist when it comes to a lot of things, so I wouldn't write a review in those areas. My taste of food, for example, might be completely different than your taste of food. So if I write a review about something, how do you know that you might like it because I like it? That makes absolutely no sense at all. Just like one of the most common ones is a place to live or a place to move to. Everybody says you should move to Florida that lives in Florida because that's their review of Florida. But that review of theirs might not be the same as yours. You might go to Florida and say, well, I don't like this place. This isn't for me, you know. Reviews are written by a person and how they feel. And maybe they're not correct with what they're writing because the way that they're looking at it is not an honest way of looking at it, or it's the incorrect way. You ever talk to somebody and after you talk to them and cool them down and calm them down, they actually help you make sense out? They make sense out of it. You know, they say, well, I guess I never really looked at it like that. I guess things can go wrong, or I guess, yeah. So that's how reviews should be written. And a lot of people just want to hurt people and badmouth them. And if you have to do that, honestly, you have no respect for anybody or yourself. Nobody spends more money than me as far as like going out to restaurants and going a lot of different places. And you know how many reviews I've ever written? 0. Okay? I've eaten out 4 meals a day for the last 16 years. I've eaten at probably every restaurant there is on the East Coast. Okay? And I don't write reviews. I'll let you figure that out if you like that place to eat. So, and the person reading the review that someone else has written has to be able to decipher and have the ability to read through that and be able to collect their thoughts on their own and understand why this person might have wrote this review. Okay? You can't say that you shouldn't go shopping at Walmart because Walmart has cockroaches in their store. Well, first of all, that could be a myth. It could be a story, you know, or you shouldn't shop at Walmart because all their products are made in China. Well, you don't know that unless you actually have proof, and not every person might be against that. You know, I'm just saying you have to learn to think before you can make a review about something online. Because once something is online, it's there forever, and a lot of times the person that wrote that review makes them look bad. So, before you go and write these crazy reviews, and before you read these crazy reviews, keep that in mind. Also, remember when you read a book or a newspaper article or something a journalist wrote, think about it. It's their opinion, and their opinion may not be right. Do you believe everything the media tells you? Well, 90% of Americans do. But the truth is, 90% of what they tell you is nonsense, and it's not true. It's what they want you to believe. And that's why people are programmed these days. So, keep that in mind, folks. Keep that in mind.